Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 85 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm cooking up more overclockers. I requested 10, looks like we've got 8 so far, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I'm guessing we're waiting on a few more things to be made. Makes sense. We are starting to struggle on EU power coming in, but I'm guessing we'll have some more soon. Hey, there's the other two. Nice. I'm thinking we should probably soon-ish start working on getting more of a serious power system up and running. I might want to upgrade to an MFE, upgrade my cables, upgrade my machines so that they can accept higher tier power, and that kind of stuff. Mostly because overclockers are really increasing energy demands. Like, a lot. I feel like 6 might be a good number here. And you could be bumped up to 6, right? Yeah, it sounds cool. Make sure, well, it should be fixed by now, but back in the day, in this extractor, he could probably have one more. Just speed him up a little bit. That sound cool? Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about power and storage and having more of it. So right now, we're powering on geothermal generators, right? What are some other options for industrial craft power? Eventually, I would definitely like to build a nuclear reactor, because those are really fun to build, if you do it right. If you do it wrong, then there's a big explosion that hurts everybody. So we've got kinetic generators, we've got radioisotope. Kinetic generators are good, geothermals are decent, semi-fluids are nice. Trying to wonder like what semi-fluids might be able to run off of, but I'm not actually 100% sure. Stirling, water mills, then we get into heaters, heat generators, steam. Steam's good once we get into nuclear reactors. I'd probably want to build a steam reactor. That would be cool. Water and wind, nuclear. There's not a whole lot right now, I think, that I'd like to get into. Yeah. Let's do a couple more geothermal generators. I think that's probably our best bet. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is pop home real quick. Actually, in here. If I wanted to make a geothermal generator, if I requested generators, you should be able to make everything for that, right? I think so. Because I'm going to need generators later anyway when we get to the nuclear stuff, but if I asked for like 5, does that seem fair? I think so. It's a cooking. It's probably hammering out the plates. Let's go see how that's doing, by the way. Well, hello. I'm stuck inside a block. See, he's struggling with his amount of power, right? We're not feeding enough power into this metal former to be able to support 6 overclocker upgrades. It's close, but it's not great. And this thing's probably getting hammered, right? So our 128 EU to tick, not going to be sufficient. We're going to need to bump that up. So while we're here, let's get some transformers. About 10 should do. That should be good. Yeah, you're struggling a little bit there, buddy. 4. Is 5 going to be sufficient? Nah, you lose power at 5. So we'll make it 4 for now. And you as well. Yeah, definitely need more power if we want that stuff to go faster. Alright, to home we go. So I did request a bunch of generators. Right? They should be a work in progress. Yeah, still hammering out the iron and plates and all that stuff. Alright, let's come back in a second when all that processing's done. And then we should... Oh wow, you're really choking on power. That's why we're making more. We'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, just getting a little set up here. Export buses, nice. So my exporters, I'm going to start laying this out. I don't know if we've gotten any more geothermals, but I had the one, and I need to start hooking this stuff up because we're in a bad shape with power. We are really hurting. Everything was going great until we decided to overclock all our machines. There we go. So now I might have a bucket of lava hanging around. I do. So you will be in fluid mode with lava. You will be in fluid mode with lava. And you guys will all be good. Nice. And then I rewired some cabling back here. So this guy should be getting more power now. Do we have any generators complete? I hope. Nope, it's still working on stuff. Lots of stuff for that matter. Do I have a hammer? I do. So if I just got some iron and did this manually, would that be the end of the world? Because I assume that's what you're waiting on, right? Yeah, you're really hurting for power. Just a few more generators and then we'd be in good shape. What are you waiting on now? Batteries. So you're waiting on 10 item casings? Okay. 10. Just gonna help this along. Feels like every episode I'm like, well, this will be the last time I have to manually craft stuff. Nope. Did that help? Now you just need to process a few tin cables and you'll be good. But that should have at least gotten us a few generators. Yeah, nice. All right, and then hopefully, cool, we can make 2 more geothermals, which should really help our power production. So we'll just add these to the line. Fluids, lava, fluids, lava. And then we just have to add them to the power line as well. Cool. Now we should be getting pretty close to being good. Now, if I remember correctly, geothermals generate 20 EU per tick. If we want to check that, we can make an EU reader. This thing's pretty cool. We just need a circuit, which shouldn't be too bad now, right? You can make circuits for me, right, buddy? Wow, we're really kind of struggling still for power. I think we're probably refilling a lot of internal buffers and whatnot. Cool. So with this EU reader here, you can right-click a machine, and it'll tell you what its production levels look like. So switch it to energy out, and you'll see that it's outputting 19 EU per tick, so about 20. And if you click on this dude, you'll see you're getting 77. Energy out is all over the place. So if we really wanted to net gain here with all these machines running, so this guy's actually gaining, which is good. He's refilling his internal buffer, which is nice. So the 4 geothermals are definitely helping. I think we can get 2 more. Iron item casings times 4. That shouldn't be a hard request. Oh, right, because you're still cooking, aren't you? We probably have a few of these hanging out, so let's get our hammer and do that one manually. One, 2, nice. So these will be the last 2 geothermals that we're going to set up. Fluid mode and fluid mode. Nice. Hello. Fluid mode. There we go. Cool. So now if we check with our EU reader, we should be getting in about 114 EU per tick. Not bad at all. Remember, there's a little bit of energy loss with the cabling. Nice. All right, so now we're able to maintain the power that we need to maintain for the faster stuff that we've got. Hooray! Let's get upgraded storage. I'd like to get an MFE. So that's the next tier of storage. So MFE requires a machine casing, gold insulated cabling, and energy crystals, which are 4 crushed diamonds and 5 redstone. So basically 9 energium dust gets compressed into an energy crystal. So basically, for each energy crystal, we need 4 diamonds, which ain't bad, right? So we need about 16 of them if we want an MFE, and we just have to throw them into a macerator. Which I can speed up a little bit, right? Yeah, I totally can. Nice. And then we mix these with redstone, and then throw them into a compressor. And that gets us an energy crystal. Not too shabby. The next thing, I did request transformers, right? Yes. So let's put them in all the machines now before I forget, because I will forget. This will make it so that it can accept power from MFEs, which will be good. So that was tier 4, so that's cool. And then down here we've got these machines, which are 1, 2, 3. And then I think the only one that needs it is this guy. And then we'll be good to replace all our cabling with gold cable. And that'll be nice. There we go. Compress that stuff up, please. Right up. I got stuff to do. I forget if these stack or not. I don't think so. So it won't start crafting until it's done. I don't think it stacks, right? Oh, it does stack. Neat. It won't stack in your inventory, though. That's interesting. Cool. So that all looks good. Now all we should need is some cable. And a machine casing. Which should be faster to craft now because, yeah, well, we already had some, so it's even better. Nice. MFE. Beautiful. Now, before we go ahead and place this down, let's replace all this cabling with cables that can support MFE output. So this is a tier 3 output, which outputs 512 EU per tick. So we're going to need cable that can support that. I don't know about that many. 32, half a stack. Sound good? Yeah, look how fast that is. It's awesome. I'm going to want you guys to be at 6s soon anyway, so might as well put them in there. Nice. There we go. How's my rubber supply doing, by the way? Not bad. 22 rubber at the moment, but we just used a lot. If you look at what we just crafted, we just used a ton of rubber. I think setting up the automation with the rubber farm was a good idea earlier. All right, so let's swap you with an MFE. Sweet. And then we want to... You know what's funny is I put these painters in my refined storage system. When I took them out, they were different colors. No explosions? Hooray! So this cabling will support higher tier speeds. And now, if, for example, we want to metal form something, like, I don't know, if we had... Yeah, we'll just grab some tin, for example, right? No power loss. We could even throw, like... Alright, maybe not that many in there. But I think 8 is usually good. Nice. Look how fast that is. Now, I mean, that's killing our EU storage, right? I think, you know, we'll see in a moment here that our EU out is like 500-ish. But that's okay. The plan is to have a lot stored inside the MFE and then use it as needed. Beautiful. I might even want more overclockers. Let's get like 10 more of those dudes. 3 rubber. I need literally 1 resin and then we'll be good. We might even have it by now. Alright, so we've got power upgraded, we've got lines upgraded, we've got speeds upgraded. We're in a really good place with industrial craft right now. So let's see what we might want to do next. So there we go. Now we can make our overclockers. Nice. So I think the next thing I want to get into is the higher tier machines from industrial craft. This is the part where I'm going to start hopefully being able to use it to my advantages. Because you can, if you put enough overclockers and you feed enough power into these things, they can be really, really fast. That's one of the cool things about industrial craft is, you know, provided that you get enough power for it, they can be super fast. And that's kind of part of the reason why I'm working on it. One, because I just enjoy industrial craft. It's fun to play with. But two, these machines have been kind of slow for me, and they've not been doing quite what I would want. So I want to try out an induction smelter. And the thing is, I need to make an advanced machine casing for one of these. So we're going to need some carbon plates, some advanced alloys, and some steel plates. So let's take a look at each of those in turn. So first off, steel plates aren't going to be too hard to make. We just need to do this. Let's make sure it's the right block. There we go, metal former. Cool. And this is the steel ingots that I've been smelting up over there, ever so slowly but surely. Now, if I want an advanced machine casing, I'm going to need advanced alloys, which are a compressor guy. So let's get that going over here. So that'll go into a compressor. Mixed metal ingots are these. And I already know how to make iron and tin. What's my bronze situation in terms of auto crafting? You do know how to make bronze. All right, cool. So if I just teach you how to make bronze plates, you'll be in good shape, I think. Let's make sure it's the forestry one. I don't think it matters, but it won't hurt. Cool. Because we do have the ore dictionary setting on, so it should use any bronze. And then the final component for advanced one is this guy. So we basically need these, because we have coal dust, right? And this should ore dictionary with the existing coal, pulverized coal, coal dust from IC2, whatever, right? So that should be good. And then we can use these to make these. And then we have to compress them. So let's see. U to U to U. That goes in the compressor. Cool. So that should be everything we need to do for auto crafting. I added a compressor down here, and I'll even throw a couple overclocker upgrades in it, but not too much because we don't need to use them too much. So pattern. So these guys go in here, right? No, not this one. This one. Yeah. This guy goes in here. Bronze and steel. I think this one actually has to go in here too, right? Advanced alloy. Yeah, this one's a... Yeah, those two go in here. I'm getting the hang of this. And then the rest of these are in the basement. So does that mean I can make an advanced doohickey? Yes, but I'm missing the steel. Cool. So we've got some steel, but man, is that thing slow. Luckily, we only need 4 steel per advanced machine. Cool. So everything should be kicking off, right? You should be... Look how fast that runs, too. And then you get kicked off at some point. Nice. That one's a little bit slower, obviously. Only 2 overclocker upgrades in it. No big deal, though. Sweet. And then at some point, we should see the carbon mesh stuff come in here. Kind of want to just make sure that you're not getting stuck along the way crafting it or something. No, no, you're good. It's processing down there. Nice. Also slow. But no big deal. So now my compressor takes care of the raw carbon mesh into carbon plate, and we should have an advanced machine. Nice. So that means we can now make an induction furnace. So I skipped the tier of having an electric furnace, which are kind of nice things to have, I'm not going to lie. But I didn't really need them. So circuit. This should be a fast craft. Because I've got so many overclocker upgrades in the thing downstairs. Nice. That was way faster than it has been in the past. Cool. And now I should be able to do that. Now, this guy is a power tier 2 machine. So here's what we need to do. You ready? That means it can accept copper cabling, but not gold. So we need 1 transformer upgrade to go from tier 2 to tier 3. Got it? So in a moment, that transformer upgrade should be done. We're going to break the cable here. And we're going to put the induction dude down. And then we're going to throw our transformer upgrade in it. No transformer upgrade? If you can't accept transformer upgrades, that makes me unhappy. Can you accept speed upgrades, though? I might not want to do the induction furnace then. See, I was hoping that this thing was upgradable, but it's not. And that's a bummer. If I connected this to power, it's just going to blow up, I think. Yep. Confirmed. Confirmed, it blows up. That was funny. Alright, so what I'll probably wind up doing then is maybe just make a regular electric furnace. And the reason for that is I want to be able to speed it up. And induction furnaces are fast and can craft 2 items at a time. But I think if I can't put overclockers in them, then electric furnaces will be faster than an induction furnace with the right amount of overclockers in them. Right? So that'll be cool. Come on, circuit, let's go. Doing a lot of work there for a circuit, buddy. Oh, you're out of power. I thought I reconnected you. Ah, that's why. Cool. Much better when the machines that need to make things are powered, aren't they? Alright, so this time, without explosions, we're going to need a transformer. We're going to need 2 of these, remember, because the electric furnace is a power tier 1. So we need 2 transformer upgrades to prevent explosions. And then we've got overclockers. Let's just do upgrade. You. And you. Cool. So we'll break this cable again. We'll use the electric furnace. We'll put the 2 overclockers in there. Collect experience. That's cool. Neat. So how fast can you smelt something with 8 overclocker upgrades in it? That's pretty darn quick. Right? That's really quick. So if we used this in our basement, we could speed up things pretty fast. Now there is one more way that we can speed up smelting operations. But, I mean, I know a way, but I don't know a way to speed up macerator operations that fast. But I do know a way to speed up smelting operations that fast. You want to check it out? Let's give it a try. And we're going to compare the speeds between industrial craft and dun 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 dun, the extra utilities 2 furnace. You just need a lot of things that I don't currently have. So, bricks. Do I know how to make bricks? I do. Cool. So think about how that would probably be done by now. It would probably already be completed crafting at this point. Cool. So with this dude, and the appropriate amount of speed upgrades, which I did teach you how to craft, right? This guy also has the ability to craft things pretty quickly. Now, he needs to be kept fed with coal, or no? Does he not need coal? Well, that's kind of cool. He needs power. He needs RF. Okay. Let's go to a place where there's RF handy. Doesn't really matter where. This is really just a test, right? Like, how fast is this machine? Cool. You've got RF. You're smelting. Now, if I threw speed upgrades in there, so that's pretty darn close to being just as fast as the IC2 smelter with 8 dudes in it. The only problem is you're using, what, grid power a decent amount. Well, actually, no, you're only using 20, so that's cool. That's not bad at all. The downside, I guess, is I don't know a machine that can crush things like sag mill or double crusher quite as fast. That's relevant. Like, there's not a crusher equivalent in extra utilities. As far as I know. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. Like, there's the furnace, but I don't know of a crusher. So what I'm doing, guys, is cooking up a few more diamonds. And I will tell you why in just a minute. Actually, I probably want 4 more diamonds. Because I'm going to want even more of these dudes. Nice. Actually, I've got a faster compressor here, and this will pull it right into the system, which would be good. So let that thing cook. We're going to pop over here, and I want to make something. Two somethings, actually. Ender chests. Let's do... I know I'm using white. I don't think I'm using any other ender chest color, right? Let's do... blue, white. Does that sound cool? Why not? Meanwhile, I would like a machine plate casing, please. Just a regular one. And my energy crystals are done. So let's do this with the machine casing. I'm making another MFE. And that leaves me with an extra energy crystal. And I'll tell you why. Have you figured out what I'm doing yet? Probably. If you watched me before, you probably have a pretty good idea of what I'm working towards. What I'd like to do is pop over to my IC2 area and get an ender chest here. And we're going to extract items from here, and hopefully the sidedness behaves, but on the up, we want to have some filtering on this. So I want to filter, probably going to want 4 filters. Okay, so on the up, we're going to extract, always active on green, and you're going to insert on brown. And you're only going to be allowed to do, I'm probably going to want an advanced one, aren't I? Because I think energy is stored in NBT. So I think this needs to be an advanced. I think I need a thing, don't I? Yeah, I need you guys. I need Z-Logic controllers times 4. So that's solarium, head, redstone, and silicon. So silicon times 8. Missing soul sand? Really? Do it. It's enough for now. To do either figure out soul sand automation or go get more soul sand. Do what now? Didn't I literally just throw soul sand in there? Am I missing something? So let's get the gold that we need so we can at least manually get this going. And then I'm going to figure out what's happening to my soul sand. We're going to make about 10 of them in the alloy smeltery for alloys. Meanwhile, what's happening to soul sand? Wow. Immediately disappears as soon as I throw it in there. Did I do something? I must have automated something where I do something with soul sand. I'm just not remembering it. Like, am I putting soul sand somewhere? Anybody? I mean, this thing's getting kind of full, but not to the point where items would be disappearing. I gotta imagine I'm doing something I just don't remember. You guys will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. So one more of these and we're good. Actually, no, we're good already. Slice and splice. Cool. So the reason I need the advanced one, like I said, is that energy is stored on NBT. Basically what I want to do is make a battery transmitter that can send batteries between 2 remote locations. And in theory, that would be pretty cool. Advanced. There's all kinds of advanced stuff here, but that's the one I want. 4 of them, please. Cool. So in the IC2 area, we can come over here on the up, and we're going to filter. Look at all that fanciness. We're going to whitelist energy crystals, but we want to match metadata, and we want to match NBT. And we're not going to do anything with our dictionary. Sticky mode's not necessary, and ignore damage. Oh, right. Cool. I guess that would be for metadata-ish stuff. But that's pretty much what we want. So what we should see there, then, is that. And over here, at our main base, so if I wanted to have an IC2 battery, like, ready to distribute power down here, maybe it would be in the floor, and we could wrench it like that. And here's the deal with this. We're going to want the cabling to go underneath, so we're going to want this guy to go here. And what I'm going to try to do is say, you extract out of the MFE, always active, whitelisting only, matched metadata and NBT on energy crystal. Cool. So you extract on green and you'll insert on brown. Good deal? Now for the full one, we want to extract on brown, right? So you're going to actually on down, you're going to be extract on brown, right? So brown out, brown in, green out, green in. And I don't have a full energy crystal yet, so I can't set that, but that's pretty much what it's going to be. So on down, you're going to be insert green, extract brown. Cool. So by putting the empty crystal in here, he should get dropped in here and filled up. And then what we should see it doing is it'll wait in there because I don't have the full crystal, but that's okay. I'll put it in there, and then we'll go from there. Cool. So you're going to fill up, and then once I have a full crystal, I can add it to the whitelist. Nice, right? So that should work, right? So I'm going to go in here, and on down, your extracting on brown will be whitelisted, matching metadata and MBT, a full energy crystal. Okay, so that over here, we do the same, so that you're extracting, always active, a full energy crystal. Cool. And are you extracting, always active now? Yes, cool. All right, so by putting this in here, I'll drain it a little bit, and then we'll put it in. Now, can you extract, please? Please extract. Please extract. Insert brown. Oh, why are you... Oh, you're in the wrong place. You go there. That's why. Did you go? What are you doing down there? Stop it. Fill up. And extract it. Nice. Now if we pop over to here, we should see that has already moved into this position, and he's filling up the MFE over here. And then, in theory, he should be extracted when he's empty and inserted into the down. Cool. So as soon as this is empty, he'll be pulled back out and sent back to that destination. Nice. And you're charging up over here? Look at that! Perfect. So now if I want to supply MFE power or whatever to my main base, I totally can do that. Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to call that a good wrapping up point for the episode. So let's do this. Let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time, and maybe we'll get some electric furnaces and some macerators running in our main base, hooked up to our main system that's going to be responsible for macerating all kinds of stuff. I might still need a sag mill now and again. I'll obviously still need this guy, like the alloy smeltery, because industrial craft can't do alloy smeltery type stuff. But the induction smelter from thermal expansion can, and I'd be interested to see if it's faster than this alloy smeltery, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, wrapping up point, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next time, and we'll probably start putting some of this IC2 stuff to use. Alright guys, take it easy.